I met an interior designer when I was around 15, 16, and I saw her working, and I actually decided that I would like to do that job, what she's doing.
Right. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the podcast Chatzzz. And we've got a very, very special guest today. Dorka, welcome to the podcast.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Thank you. Yeah. So we actually met on Saturday, didn't we?
Yes, we have. On a dinner.
Yeah, it's
we were
nice.
sitting next to each other.
Yeah, we had a good chat, didn't we?
Yeah, very nice chat. Yeah, super.
What was the place called that we went to?
It's a new restaurant of Antonio Banderas. And it was like a Spanish traditional Malaga food. Food from Malaga.
Food that I hadn't tried before, but it was nice. It was very nice. Yeah. And we went out after, didn't we? We went to a club and then time to go home. Yeah.
Two.
Yeah, that was your bedtime.
Yeah, I mean, that was always my
Time to go.
deadline.
Yeah. And then I was like, Dorka, you need to call the podcast. And then message you and you're like, yeah, okay.
Yes,
so
thank
here we
you.
are.
Yes.
So you prepared the 3 facts. Let's go into the 3 facts. What would you say? What would you say?
Well, the first fact that not many people know about me here in Spain, that I actually used to own a gym.
Sure.
I am actually an aerobic instructor. I was crazy about aerobics and fitness when I was younger, like in my 20s. I was teaching aerobics, and it was kind of my passion to do sports. And I don't know which year, but like around 10 years ago in Hungary, because I'm from Hungary and Budapest, we opened group training gym with 2 of my fellow instructors. So it was a lot of fun. We also opened a yoga studio next to it, and then we sold it because a few, 5 years later.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
So you didn't fancy doing that when you came over here then?
But actually, when I arrived here with my daughter, the first year I was not working as an architect, interior architect. I was giving yoga group classes twice a week. So that was kind of like my hobby and getting away from motherhood and meeting adults, And so that's something that not many people know about me here.
That's a good fact. That's a good first fact. And the second one?
That because of my father's work, between the age of 1 till 6 or 5-ish, I lived in Baghdad in Iraq. Because of my parents' job, he was an engineer, and we were living there.
Can you remember what that was like?
I do. Actually, I relate quite fast with Middle Eastern people, I guess. I kind of understand their mentality, and even growing up later back home in Europe, in Hungary. Yeah, I remember a lot of things. Baghdad back then, in Saddam Hussein's time, was a very thriving, international place to be. And so, yes.
Oh, that's cool. And the third one?
I used to have a Rhodesian Ridgeback dog.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a big dog. And oh my God. You feel that I'm talking about your previous. Oh my God, that was
weird, wasn't it?
Don't
forget about me.
Okay, and also another fact that I do own another, like a street dog. Yeah, so
that's cool. How long did you have you?
She was 14-ish when he passed away, and I was super in love with that dog. Yeah.
Hard work or?
Well, we never managed to teach him. In fact, he always remained very wild. He escaped many times, and we saw very similar looking dogs, little dogs appearing in the area. So so he was like a big passion of mine when I was young.
Oh, that's cool. And then you said, because you're originally from Hungary, and we were speaking about that the other day, weren't we? Just to say, I went there and lived there for a month. Made some friends there, and they were at the
That's correct.
What was the festival called again that they were at?
The place? Simplaker? No.
No, the festival. Remember this?
Sziget Festival.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And they were at
But there are so many other festivals. No, it's not the Sziget is in August.
Okay.
I think we need to cut this. It's a lot of gibberish now. Ozora. The festival that you were talking about was Ozora Festival. Yeah. It's like open.
Yeah, open air.
Open air, amazing.
Looks so good.
Next year.
I must have been about 10 times though. Yeah, I just love it. I always go there. Even like when I go to Dubai, I've been to Dubai twice, and the flight's cheaper.
Yes.
I fly to Budapest. Stay there for a night and then fly to Dubai and back.
Yes, and it's direct flights and super comfortable.
So cheap. So what was it like growing up in Hungary, in Budapest? And what was like?
Hungary, I was born in the communist era, 83, a long time ago. And so, it's, yeah.
You can cut that bit.
Yeah, so I was born in Hungary in the communist era. But because of my father's work, we kind of had like a privileged upbringing because he was like a diplomatic surrounding living in Baghdad. And we moved back to Hungary in 91, after the revolution. It's not true, actually. No, we will move back in 8. Doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Anyway, so my father was an entrepreneur. They were foreign exchange traders.
Yeah.
They were dealing with all kinds of products from outside. They were also exporting a lot of products.
Okay.
My mom did the same job. They started a company together.
Oh, cool.
So for me, my life, I would say, I saw my parents working very hard. So I guess I learned and seen that kind of
work ethic.
At the beginning, when they started the company, they were often up until 2 a.m. So
it's
very busy. They had a very busy, and now from my perspective at the moment, having a child and looking back what they sacrificed for us, I'm really, really grateful for them because they worked really hard for us to be where we are now. So
that's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, but we had a good life.
Yeah, that's nice. What did you? Was there anything you wanted to be or wanted to do when you were growing up? Any like jobs or aspirations and that kind of thing?
I was doing music because I used to go to music school.
Yeah.
But that really didn't work out. And then I studied my sport career, aerobics. And honestly, I met an interior designer when I was around 15, 16. And I saw her working and I actually decided that I would like to do that job, what she's doing.
What appealed to you with that job, do you think, at that age?
Yes, I always like to create, paint, draw, and I really loved the creativity, and I always had this kind of visionary brain for spaces, so I really loved and connected with that kind of work.
Yeah.
And actually, when I was 17, I looked up at different schools, to go and move abroad from 18. I was like very dedicated and this is the job I want to do. So I knew from very early age that, and I can say I'm very lucky because I'm I'm doing exactly what I wanted to do.
That's cool, isn't it? Yeah, especially from such a young age and now, and you can say, oh yeah.
But we can talk about it later. No, leave it.
Yeah, it's okay. Like I was going to say, even though you went on like a different path of the aerobics and stuff, you came back to it eventually, haven't you?
Yeah.
And that kind of thing, which is quite cool. Why did you want to move abroad? Was there no like opportunities to do it in Hungary or Budapest, or was it just you wanted to travel and that kind of thing? Or
I never felt connected with Hungarians, honestly. And I have my childhood friends are there. Practically, I grew up there, but I never felt like this is my
home, our place. To be, yeah.
Obviously, I owned properties. I was having my own apartments. So I felt like home. But when for example, I came to Spain, I felt like, oh, finally I arrived.
Yeah.
So for many years, I was thinking, why am I not living, for example, here in Spain? Which I think it was the best decision I did.
That's what I'm thinking right now.
Yes, I know. So we were talking about.
Yeah, I know. Because it's the weather as well. Like you wake up in the morning.
It's just starting with the weather and the people.
Yeah.
I mean, there are problems here too. You know,
Everywhere you go,
but if the sun is shining, it changes.
Yeah, literally, you smile on your face.
Yes.
You're just like happy to walk outside, aren't you? You're not inside. I was even looking at some of my friends' Instagram stories and messages, and it was raining back home. There's floods and stuff, and you just think, I'm not looking forward to going back on Sunday.
The summer is coming up. It's not my favorite time of the year here.
August,
it's
so hot.
It's incredibly hot, but anything other than the summer is amazing here. So
that's what I was even saying to Henry. I was saying, I even noticed now when tourists come over and I'm like in the supermarket and I just think, oh, I can't bother because they're like loud and boisterous and stuff. And then when you come in like October or January, it's really nice, isn't it? Because all the locals just say, have a good time. There's no one like causing carnage and stuff like that. So yeah, it's good. What made you come to Spain? That's what appealed to you, Spain, would you say?
Everything as we just said. Everything. Yeah. I actually finished my studies in Marbella Design Academy.
Okay.
So this is where I came to. And then every time I came back for holiday, maybe once a year or maybe twice a year, I was always thinking, you know, this is where I should be living. Mm-hmm. There was some dark time after 2015 here in Marbella, where all the businesses were going really down and there was like a big crisis. And so that wasn't the ideal time to move. But actually, I also moved because of my daughter. So she grows up in an international environment. And she actually speaks amazing English, Spanish, Hungarian.
Oh, really?
I mean, this kind of...
she's 5, isn't she?
She will be 6 now.
Oh, she'll be 6,
this kind of, you know, opportunity doesn't exist anywhere, you know? So...
Yeah, it's great to give her that opportunity though, isn't it? Because I think
she doesn't have to study English, you know, you know, she doesn't have an accent. She speaks English like a British, because she goes to a British school,
okay. I mean, at that age, you just consume and absorb so much information and knowledge, don't you, without even thinking about it. Like for me to learn Spanish now, it's hard. Henry's learned good Spanish. He's good at Spanish.
Yeah, but you know, I also learned Spanish or English, and you know, I still have difficult. I mean, the accent I will never get rid of, I guess.
No, but yeah, I think it's cool. So, what was it like then when you actually moved over here? Then, what was the moment you thought, right, I'm actually going to make the move?
I got pregnant.
Yeah,
and I said, okay, well, let's go. And I put my apartment for sale.
Okay. And
the apartment got sold in 3 months, I guess, 2-3 months.
Yeah.
I had to pack up everything. And then to tell you the truth, I was going to stay in Hungary, but move out from Budapest to the suburbs.
Okay.
So that was the first idea, honestly, to move to Balaton, there's a lake, an amazing lake, but I realized during the year, other than the summer, there is absolutely nothing. Like nobody is living there. It's like a dead zone, you know? So
it's cold as well
It's very cold, but the cold wasn't my issue really. No. You know, just move out. I had to get away from the city life. It was too much for me. And so that was the time when anyway, it's a long story short. That was for me the best option to move to Marbella.
Yeah, and never look back.
Yeah, at that time, now the prices are incredibly high. So that time I could still buy a house on the price of a Budapest apartment.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I sold my apartment in Budapest and I bought a townhouse for the same price.
That's it. You couldn't get that now though, could you?
No, it's very expensive now.
The prices are just going like that and that, and that every year.
Very expensive. And that I took some mortgage, and the mortgage also was like 3.2%.
They'll be going up on a boat now, won't it? Yeah.
No, it's like almost 5. Yeah,
I think mine's like 5% back home, stuff like that. Yeah.
5. Yeah.
5's like 5.5 or something.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah. So did the business come about then?
So I had a break. I had a burnout in Hungary after working so much.
Yeah.
And
we spoke about it the other day, I think, didn't we?
Yes, and I had to slow down a little bit. And then I also I had to be very conscious of my time, my energy, because I'm a type of person I can work 14, 15 hours a day and until I burn out, literally. And it happened. And so when I moved here, I with a little baby, I was a happy mother, teaching some yogas on my free time. And I didn't even think about working.
Yeah.
COVID came. I was so happy in COVID.
Yeah.
It was so quiet. I really enjoyed my time. And after a while, I started getting bored. Yeah, so I actually met someone who was a builder and introduced me to my first project.
Yeah.
So I'm really grateful for this guy. He introduced me to a big agency and we did a few good projects together. And after a while, I kind of went on my own. There are some new projects or new clients came by themselves. And then I bought the office. And after I bought my office, basically I went up. I had a lot of new clients.
Yeah.
I think it's also the energy. If you are investing, for example, buying a property where you're going to work, it's generating the
and the interest. Yeah, that's cool, isn't it? Because I suppose just meeting that person who gave you the project, and then it's kind of just like
if I don't know how, because honestly I started sending around my CVs and nobody called me. Not one person. I sent it to furniture shops. I sent it to nobody at all calls me.
Really? Not one person?
No, not. So it's the word of mouth or the introduction person.
Who you know, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it is very important here too.
Yeah. I feel like, along the coast and stuff, and in Marbella and Malaga, it is very personal, I feel like. Rather than business to business, it's more like person to person.
Probably.
First name basis, yeah.
Probably. If I sent it to my CVs, for example, in Hungary, I would get a phone call or something. But here I got nothing.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Very strange. I sent it probably at least 50. A lot.
Yeah, a lot of times.
I don't remember, but a lot.
It's crazy. So then when you got the office, then when did you feel like you were ready to get the office, or why did you want to get the office?
Well, actually, I was looking constantly because I started having clients, and the client meetings were at my own little house, in my kitchen table and in my living room. And it wasn't very professional, and I always had an office back home, and I felt like I actually wanted to rent, or, I was asking around, and I found this place, which is literally 800 meters from my apartment. Yeah. And it was kind of renovated, painted, and it was in a reasonable price, and I bought it.
Yeah, it's nice. Like Henry was saying, it's a great location, isn't it? And the parking's amazing as well, right outside. That's hard to find.
Yes. Yeah, it's a big, and there's like an amazing tile shop in the corner.
Yeah, I've seen that.
There is a kitchen shop downstairs. There's an amazing restaurant on the other corner.
And then you live just down the road.
And
you don't need to move anywhere.
No, so it's very ideal.
Yeah. So you said you got a couple of team members as well that come in?
Sorry?
A couple of team members or staff members that come in as well?
Well, So that will be coming later.
Okay, yeah.
No, I'm working here alone.
Okay. A nice big office then.
Well, yeah, but you see, I mean, it's really busy. I mean, and I have a lot of meetings, often 6 people sitting.
Really?
Yeah, yes. But I had members. I have 2 people who are helping me. One is project managing and the other one is drawing.
Mm-hmm.
But I prefer them staying at home.
Okay. Yeah.
We speak every day, but because they were kind of disturbing, me.
The flow, yeah.
Yeah, the flow, they're talking. And I only have very limited time a day to work.
Yeah. That's fair enough, isn't it? It's what works for you. Yeah, that's cool. So then what kind of projects are you working on at the moment? Anything exciting or any other projects if somebody's listening that they want to get involved with or anything like that?
I'm doing mainly residential projects, apartments, full renovation of apartments, houses, villas. Yes.
Yeah, because you said you work with a lot of investors as well, do you?
Yes, I work a lot of, mainly with investors for flip.
Oh, flip.
Ah,
yeah,
sorry.
flip.
So I'm working.
Flipping, so they buy, renovate and sell. Yeah.
So mainly I'm focusing on flip projects.
Okay, that's interesting.
So the investors buy maybe 20, 30-year-old properties and we are fully renovating them.
Yeah.
Yes.
That'll be cool though, so, like them buying the property and you seeing it from start to finish then, isn't it? And going through it and then...
They sell in 2 minutes.
Really?
I mean, yes, there's a high demand on ready-made, key-ready properties because...
You can move straight in.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Why do you think they're so popular then? Just because it's easy for
everybody. I mean, these projects are carefully designed. Usually we try to, when we are doing a flip project, we are doing it that it matches the taste of most people. And people come from abroad who want to buy in Spain. They don't have to find a builder, architect, deal with the... They can just move in with a little bit of more money, which is the profit of the developer. They can move into a practically brand new property, fully furnished, fully renovated, design with designer furniture and solutions.
So if somebody who's listening or interested, what kind of like areas are these people getting houses in and that kind of thing, and you renovating?
Well, there are a couple criteria that the properties needs to match.
Yeah.
Like the location, close to shops or amenities.
Cool.
It's a huge plus if it has a parking, but most of these old projects don't have a parking.
Okay.
The pool is very important to have a pool. View. If it's possible to have a even sea view or at least the mountain view. So there are certain criteria that the property itself must have. The rest of the things we can change. The interior we can rethink, redesign, but I cannot put a sea view.
It'd be good if you could.
Or turn, if I could.
Show the mountain. Yeah. That's funny.
So these are important. And there are like everywhere, like in England or anywhere in the world, different areas are more expensive because of the location. Like Nova Andalusia is very popular. It's close to Puerto Banús, Marbella. But now La Quinta area or San Pedro area is very popular too. So and also the other side of Marbella, Mijas. Yeah. I mean, there are different.
Popular, isn't it? Yeah. Depends what you want, I suppose, isn't it?
Depends what you want. But there could be quite a bit of price differences and ranges where you're buying. Yeah,
like Marbella and the whole area just seems to be so popular with everybody, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, but this is already Estepona, my office, and I live in Estepona. I mean, this office where we are now belongs to Estepona. There are huge pluses leaving Marbella, like the tax is less. The property tax yearly, it's called IBI.
Okay.
Impuesto Bienestar
whatever.
whatever. So it's and then Estepona is really beautifully renovated. So Marbella, for those who is too expensive or find the prices unreasonable, for the same lifestyle, they can move a little bit away.
More affordable, yeah.
And we are literally 10 minutes from Porto Venus.
I think that was literally like, it took us 10 minutes to drive down. It's so near, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's nothing. Yeah. And then there's a big price difference.
I was going to say, you get more for your money, don't you?
Yeah, you can buy like a bigger apartment or a bigger house.
Yeah, which is cool, isn't it? Yeah. So what have you got planned for the business then, moving forward this year?
This year,
planned.
I'm trying to survive and finish all the projects.
Yeah, busy's good though.
This is good.
Keeps you out of trouble.
Yes, yes. True. Sometimes, yeah. Maybe working a little bit less would be great. So to have more time for myself and protect myself from burning out. But I think my daughter is a big help in that, because when she finishes school, that's the time when I finish work. It doesn't end up there because I'm still on the phone, but it's a big difference.
Yeah, I suppose that's good, isn't it? Then you've got the time, like you said, you got to go and pick her up for 5, haven't you now? So it's good.
Yes.
So do you think burning out's a big problem for you then? Is burning out a big problem for you?
Burning out right now, no, because I have it under control.
That's good then, yeah.
And I'm also trying to do exercise or yoga or walking in the mornings.
Yeah.
And the lifestyle here is a little bit slower than living in a capital.
Yeah.
Budapest is incredibly fast,
Yeah.
But I feel here, it's already Friday. Let's leave it there. This doesn't happen in a capital of a country, I guess in London or...
Yeah, it's 24/7.
Yeah, it's like no stop. And by moving away from a big city, I think it's already like a big step. Big step.
So I think I'd struggle with that sometimes. Like sometimes
you live in a big city, do you?
No, but I travel a lot for work. So I live at the very north of England, so near Newcastle, like in the border of Scotland.
Yes.
But we travel to like Glasgow in Scotland or London, like the south, or like Wales. In Cardiff, and I drive a lot. Just say if we do like shoots and stuff, I'll like drive like 6 hours and then like 4 hours and then 3 hours and 4 hours, and then you're working in between. You're not sleeping. You need to do the work as well, and then I go through phases of like a week or two, and then like I need like a week to just like recover and just chill out and that kind of thing. But I think for me, it's just work hard now and then hopefully reap the rewards.
You are young.
Yeah.
You're young. You're really young. So you need to, or whatever you feel is right for you.
Yeah. It's finding that balance, isn't it?
Finding a balance.
Working hard and then enjoying yourself at the same time.
Totally. Yeah.
Because it's quite easy to just work all the time and then not have fun.
Yeah. Actually, this Saturday when we met, was kind of an exception because I don't really go out, which I should.
Yeah, definitely.
Which I should. Socialize and meet really nice people like yourself. So, I have to force myself because I can, like go home, close the door, close the shutter. And
it's easy to do that though, isn't it?
Easy to do that. And you have to get out and go out and...
enjoy yourself.
Yeah, and actually gave me a lot of energy, even meeting you and having like a nice...
conversation.
Yes, it's very important to go out.
That's the thing, when you've got your own business as well, there's always things you can do, always more work you can do, isn't there? So like when you get home...
But it's not worth it. At the end, the summa is actually the same if you finish the same work like a little bit later. Right?
Yeah, exactly. So it's good to have a balance, I think, isn't it? Definitely.
Yeah.
All right, let's go into the next section. So you've got loads of regrets.
I did my homework.
So did you want to talk about regrets first in personal or business life? Did you have personal, business or both? What have you got?
Yeah, the regret is to letting myself burn out.
Yeah.
That was like the like not noticing it before and going with the wheel and not listening to the signs and
not listening to your body.
Not listening to the body. It got to my head. I picked up bad habits. So
Any advice to anybody listening that's in that kind of hamster wheel or burning out at the moment? Would you say anything that could help them, Lee?
Yeah.
Any advice? Oh, stop working.
Stop working.
Put it down and go on back.
Yeah, go. But actually, if you just introduce one like me time in your day, like half an hour walk towards work, or go to work with bicycle, or have a coffee middle of the day and stop, the crazy rat race. I think it would help your mental, to stop and force yourself to stop and just look out from your head.
Yeah, that's a good piece of advice. Yeah,
that would change your, or just go to a lot of people do sport, but a lot of people do the sport obviously to lose weight, to get healthy, but maybe they're doing too fast sports,
too hard sports.
To challenge, they want to go for new challenges rather than slowing down.
Yeah,
and
relaxing. Yeah, so I think that's the thing for me. Going to the gym now is more mentally, so I feel better rather than physical. Obviously, you do physical anyway.
Yeah, totally.
But if I don't go to the gym for like 2-3 days, I'll start to feel a bit sluggish or like lethargic, lazy, and that kind of thing. So I find it important to do that. And I like to go first thing in the morning, like early morning. And then and then tick, it's done, and then achievement, and be on for the rest of the day and that kind of thing. So I quite like that,
Yeah, same.
What was the other regret? Did you say, do you have a business one, or was that the personal one, or did you want to do the strengths and weaknesses?
So my strength is that I'm quite fast in understanding and react, and also I'm fast in reacting. For example, I get an email, I reply immediately.
Yes.
I'm not waiting, or if I get a invoice, I pay it immediately. I'm not waiting or
thinking about it, procrastinating.
Yes, so I'm quite fast, and at the same time, I don't know because of that, but I'm kind of impatient.
You want stuff done now.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I have hard to understand if I am able to do it like that. Why can't others?
Yeah.
So, but I guess it's after so many years of experience in life, I need to slow down. Understand others, tolerate this kind of not everybody is fast as I am. So I would say
it's hard, isn't it? That everyone, especially when you got your own business, and that everyone doesn't work like you, but as soon as you let it go, it takes life a little bit easier as well.
Well, you just learn to wait.
Yeah. As things take time, you think,
maybe tomorrow, you will get it tomorrow. Yeah. Okay, because, my work sometimes depends on other people.
That's hard, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, then I'm waiting. Okay, then, it's because especially in architecture, you have the design, then the technical architect, and then the code. So basically, to get to the doing, you rely on different people.
That's so hard. It's like when I was buying an apartment, it was waiting for the lawyers, and then waiting for the other people, and then waiting for the mortgage people, and then just so many people. And I say to Henry all the time, I couldn't do your job because there's too many people involved. That's out of my control. That just
imagine if you had a cameraman or like a big. You told me you have a crew back home. You had to wait everybody, and they will be sitting on their little projects for a long time.
Yeah, it's just it's not good. I'm looking that say like Yoni and Zishan, they're fast and they get it done and stuff like that. So we're kind of on the same. But if I get somebody else in, just like, are they going to fit? That's the hard bit.
So that's the reason why I don't have more employees, honestly, because I can do a lot of things faster. I would rather take less work than dealing with others. So keep it simple, keep life easy. As easy
as you can,
Easy as possible,
What's the next strength you had there?
I had the next strength. Yeah, well, I think I'm a pretty good organizer.
Yeah? Mm-hmm.
Like...
In what way?
Yeah, like managing people. Okay, this is your job. Then your job is delegating tasks. Yeah. I think I am...
It's a good skill to have, definitely.
For some people, it's quite annoying.
You think?
Yes, because when I am pressuring them to do
The work. Deadline
faster. A lot of people, maybe my communication is not the best.
Do it now.
Yeah, but
that's a good skill to have, because I think I'm quite good at that. Because say what we do as a business.
Yes.
I'm not very good at videoing or editing. I'm just good at delegating the tasks and getting a team and having a vision of what I want and what we want and that kind of thing. So but not many people have that. They either want to do it all themselves, or they can't work up the communication of what they want from their person isn't good and stuff. So
and can I ask what is that you guys want to how you guys want to
business growth? Yeah. So ideally grow our clients at the moment, so make them more money, so that'll in turn
the YouTube channel. And also the marketing.
Yes, the marketing.
The communication agency.
So to say the podcast is basically just have conversation. Have good conversation with people like you and network and build a relationship and talk about things that we wouldn't talk about for business. And then the marketing agency is obviously, which is the team, and we do lots of videos for clients and post it on social media, generate them more revenue, organic and paid and that kind of thing. But the podcast is just a great way for me to just say, share a chat about you and your life and understand you. And then in future, if you want any help, then hopefully.
Yeah, actually, if you guys were living here, I would need your help.
Yeah. I'd have to get Yoni over. Yoni will come over next month and we can do it,
Because generally I don't need more clients.
You're saying good position to have,
but to build up the brand, like helping me branding my business.
Yeah, videos.
The videos would help me a lot.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Well, we're over in June.
Then maybe we can visit sites and
that'd be so cool. 100%.
Yeah.
The next one, what was the next weakness? Oh, I can see it. We were talking about that before the podcast.
Well, yeah. So my weakness, I think I don't see it as a weakness, but it's really bothering me. Sorry, it's really bothering me because I think people see like a messy office.
You can't see it in the camera, it's fine.
Yeah, I know, I cleared out. But it could be a little bit messy, leaving things around, but I know exactly where everything is.
Yeah, that's what I said to you. My mum would say the same thing about me. When I used to live at home, it would be, oh, why is your bedroom so messy? And it's like, I know where everything is. Don't touch it and don't move.
Don't touch it.
I know where it is and that kind of thing. But like you say, if somebody comes in, they'll be like, oh my God, that's stuff everywhere. But it's like, just leave it. Just leave it.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's what creatives are like, isn't it? You've got so much going on in your head. You just scatter things around, but you know where everything is.
I know exactly where everything is. I know where to, reach.
Because you can manage a lot of things at the same time. You know where things are.
Yes, multitasking, yeah.
Then what's the last strength?
Yeah, that could be, the multitasking could be.
Yeah, multitasking is another strength,
Yeah, it's another strength.
It's hard to do the multitasking, isn't it, though? Juggling things in your brain, thinking, I need to do this, and then jump between projects. It could,
well, actually, I'm used to it.
Yeah.
I'm really used to it. Now I'm having a little bit less project because I decided to not take certain projects or certain. But if I am dealing with a very little thing, I easily get bored in my brain. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I like, say, with the marketing. Say we've got a number of clients, say like 10 to 12 clients, and you can go between them all, and then it keeps things exciting rather than just focusing on one thing. If I focus on one thing, I think I'd get bored. So managing that is quite cool. So. Yeah,
exactly. So I have to have a right amount of work for me to keep busy my brain, but not too much, so I don't, I don't get stressed and anxious, and
it's not good.
It's not good. But last year I had a year like that.
Yeah.
I was very, very overloaded. I took too much work. But now this year I'm doing better.
That's good. That's good. Good to hear. And then any closing thoughts, or where can people find you, follow you, get in contact, website?
Yes, you can find my Instagram or Facebook or website. If you put or Google Dorka Jonas, so Jonas, interiors, you can find me. And Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah. But everybody, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like the video, subscribe, comment your favorite part, listen on Spotify or Apple. Make sure to follow the podcast and leave a 5-star review. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.